All right, guys, how you doing? I'm here with Doug at PullRite. We are at the Hershey RV Show 2025. We're going to show you some new stuff, and he's going to talk about the old stuff. All right, Doug, take it over, man. This is the new line, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is the newest line that we introduced at last year's Hershey Show, but we started delivering these at the first of the year. It's called the OEX. And so what's nice about the OEX is you have one base. So we have a Ford, a Dodge, and a Chevy base, but you have two different options on how you want to tow it.
Oh, okay. So this is the same base. These two are the same base.
Yes, sir. They are the same base.
And they fit.
This one here is going to fit onto a GM.
Okay. And this is Chevy or GM?
Nope, they're both
GM.
Okay, both GMs. Yep, one base, but we just have two different options on how you want to tow it. So it's for the puck system, so it's going to fit into your factory puck systems that you see here.
This is nice.
Yep. So if you go with this setup here, which we call the Super Fifth OEX, you can actually create 4 inches of offset with this. And how you're able to do that is you're going to be able to take these bolts off here, turn that plate 180 degrees, and that will give you 4 inches of offset, which is the most in the industry because most only go about 2 inches.
Right.
Okay, so that gives you. So if you want to put this into a short bed truck, you can do that, but you're going to have some limitations, obviously, if you have a short bed, because ideally we want you to go with a Super Glide if you have a short bed truck, because
that's what I have. I love that thing.
Yep, 100% guaranteed you're not going to hit the back of the cab.
And I was here last year, and I don't know if it was you or somebody. I was like, "What do you grease this with?" Because I was told when I bought it by somebody who didn't know what they were talking about to put grease on it.
Yep. No, you don't. It's just something simple like WD-40. That's all we require on that.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to get the grease off that thing, man. I got steered in the wrong direction, but yeah, it should look like that the whole time.
Well, it's going to get going to get a little bit on there once you put that WD-40. But yeah, if you put that grease on there, it's going to attract a lot of the dirt.
It's a disaster. It was all over my
absolutely. But yeah, so going back to the OEX, so this setup here, we call this the Super Light line.
Like a gooseneck?
Yeah, so basically what you're doing is you're going to turn your kingpin into towing with a ball. So this is actually going to attach to your kingpin, and now instead of towing with just the kingpin, you're towing with a ball. Okay?
What's the advantage of doing that?
So it's going to give you a lot more offset, because once you turn this plate around and get your 4 inches here, that adapter on the kingpin gives you another 3.5 inches of offset. So you get a total of 7.5 inches of offset. So it's 3.5 inches more than the Super Fifth.
Gotcha. So that's made for what, short bed?
I'm sorry.
You want the offset because you have a short bed?
Because you have exactly. So you're going to get a little bit more turn radius with the Super Light.
Understood.
Okay.
All right. What's this thing here?
That's just if somebody has a long bed, just looking for just your regular standard fifth wheel hitch.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, what makes our fifth wheel unique is the locking mechanism. Okay.
They're all the same. I noticed that.
Yep, on ours they are the same. So, if you look at any of our competition, they all use what we call the clamshell locking mechanism, which closes kind of like this.
Okay.
So I can show you how this works on our system.
I can hold that. There you go.
So, as you notice here, we got this little trigger here. Can you hold that?
Yeah, I got you.
So if you hit this trigger here, what it's going to do, once it comes in, hits that snaps around, you get a 140 degree wrap around that kingpin. Right. So it's going to give you a lot tighter.
And what prevents that from sliding out? So it's impossible.
So once that closes, everybody else has a second locking mechanism. Right. They have to climb back over the truck to lock it.
Right.
Our locking mechanism is this little wedge right here. See that wedge right there? Oh, yeah. That's a locking mechanism. So if you're pulling straight out on it, it doesn't lock. The only way that you can unlock that is by lifting up and pulling straight out on it.
And that's not going to happen by accident.
It's not going to happen by accident.
And you got to pull that pretty good to get that to wrap around.
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, you can still do it from outside the truck.
It can't just slip and fall is what I'm getting
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Yeah, that's a great unit, man. I have one. It's awesome. I had a short bed, and again, I just kept it in my long bed because I like to make more than a 90-degree turn.
Yep, go and
And
jackknife.
I got a giant 46-foot unit, so it's helpful.
Yeah, and I mean, just to tell your fans out there, you know, this is PullRite's #1 selling hitch because most of the trucks out there now are shortbed trucks.
Yeah.
So this is really the only hitch out there that's you can get that you're guaranteed not to hit the back of the cab with the trailer.
Yep.
And so what happens is once this hitch gets beyond 10 degrees, it starts to slide and moves the trailer away from the back of the cab.
Yep.
So then when they straighten back out, pulls that back up into the travel position.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So
Smooth.
it's a very smooth. It's on a cam system. Down here you can't really tell too much, but it's on a cam system,
I see.
and it's. Let's see.
Yeah, gotcha.
I gotta push it this way. So when you're turning, it's a very smooth turn. There's no herking and jerking with that.
Yeah. There's no play at all.
No, none.
All right, man. What else? What are these over here?
That's our single point hitches.
Let's check it
So
out.
this is going to go on to somebody has a gooseneck ball in the back of their truck. This looks very similar to the OEX that we just saw, right? So except this is going to sit underneath
That
there.
sits on the ball.
Yep, that sits right on the gooseneck ball.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So again, you can have a 4-inch offset with this setup here. And then if you go with the super light, you can get another 7.5 inches offset with this.
Right.
Now, what makes our single point different than the competition out there is one is we do include what we call the bed savers. So essentially, when you're towing on a gooseneck ball, you're rocking on that ball. So if you don't have bed savers in there, what it's going to do, it's going to put big dimples in the back of the truck. Now,
Right.
if somebody just spent $75,000 on a truck, I don't think they want dimples in the back of there.
You have to bolt those down, or
Nope. So right before you torque down this your ball, the hitch onto the ball
on the
there,
ball.
you slide these bed savers underneath there, and once you bolt that down, but
Oh,
I mean
okay.
these
I
are,
thought they were welded on here.
nope, they're not.
This is separate from this.
It is.
It is separate from this.
Yep,
Okay.
and they do, when you buy the hitch, these come with it, so you're not
Okay,
buying
I
those
got
separately.
you, I
Where
got
our
you.
competition
Yeah.
sells that stuff
I
separately.
could see where that would be a huge problem.
Another advantage to ours is the drawdown bolt. Everybody else goes down and they have to get underneath the hitch to torque it. Ours, we torque right from the top. So it's easier for the customer because this has to be torqued before each tow. And plus it's a lot easier to inspect to see if there's any wear on it.
Yeah.
So if there's any wear on that drawdown bolt, we sell a replacement for that.
There you go. All right, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Guys, check them out. PullRite. Doug, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.